Our upcoming speaker is a powerful force in the Web3 space. Please welcome Valeriya Zaychuk, the CEO at VZIONER. She's going to enlighten us on strategic partnerships on how to do B2B2C. Let's keep our learning hats on as Valeriya shares her knowledge and experiences with us. Over to you, Valeriya.
Nick, thank you so much for a quick introduction. I'm very happy to see you all here. Everybody who will listen to this in the records, I also hope this bring value to your business. I'm Valeriya Zaychuk. I have a public fear of speaking, so if I make any mistakes, please forgive me. I'm really a practitioner. I do love to do my business development all my life behind the scene, and be upfront and talking about it is a new experience. But I truly enjoy going into new things, since business development is all about growing, developing yourself and your business through it. So today we're going to talk about, here we go, 1 second. Today we're going to talk about my favorite topic, which is B2B2C. Anybody is aware what does B2B stands for? Please share your knowledge. I know B2B, B2C, business to business, business to consumers. B2B2C is actually business to consumers. This is an amazing concept that I truly enjoy, because strategic partnerships, I believe, bring so much value than when you just do sales, doing B2B or B2C in different industries. So I didn't do my proper introduction, am I? But anyway, so let's jump into the presentation itself. I'm just a little bit freaked out talking to all of you. Anyway, I actually global business developer for the last 15 years, and I changed 6 different industries. I spent 7 years doing blockchain technology, helping building startups, unicorns, and growing them across the globe. And I genuinely believe business developers, they're not made to sell, but they're made to add value and create long-term relationships. And for that matter, strategic partnerships is like my second nature. I truly admire when both companies come together, add value to each other, to their customers, and actually, you know, have a win-win models to do business together. And that's what B2B2C is all about. Obviously, you know, if any of you have already have this model in your business, please comment below. I'm really curious, like, who's already aware and who's already heavily using that methods by connecting with another partners to access bigger, larger audience, or share your customers. So both your partner clients and your own clients can benefit from your collaborations. If you use that in your business, please send the comments below. I'm really curious to know who is already using that method. Usually the key benefits of B2B2C is expanding the market outreach. Obviously, you know, when I grow businesses globally, is the best way to find a local, big, reputable partner who can obviously introduce you to a new market that you are not aware of, can also share with you their customer database, so you're not starting from scratch. You know, you also can increase your revenue and sales by just having that support on the new market with your strategic partner, right? So most of the time, businesses come together because they understand they can collaborate and increase their revenue from both sides. They also can share the brand identity. Sometimes, for example, brands works with, you're all aware of it, with QILs, right? Like leaders of the markets. Some celebrities collaborate with brands. Why? Because they can just bring to each other additional value. So the audience from the celebrity, doesn't matter if it's in business or in fashion or whatever, and the brand can gain amazing value and obviously revenue streams for bringing them together. So building trust is also a fantastic benefit, especially if you're new in the market. For example, right now I'm in Dubai. Everybody come here to settle business here. Everybody looking for local partners who have a reputation and who are like, trusted here. So if you're partnering with someone who's already established in this market, everybody who is within that MENA region will trust you and to do business with you. This is amazing benefit that you can gain. Again, businesses come together to reduce costs. There are so many collaborations. We're going to talk about many examples later on, how the business is actually efficiently cutting costs by adding value to each other. Exactly what I mentioned is having access to the new segments of your potential clients or clients in the new markets or in new countries or in new regions. By having that strategic partnerships with another business, you will have the access to their data, because every single business collect the data about their own clients, which is also, you have that benefit just by partnering with another business. Fast growth, that's also like very famous for Web 3.0 collaborations. We're going to talk about it later on. When businesses are coming together, like for example, big brands meeting in metaverse, and they have access to million users within literally a day or a week. And this is something that you will probably never achieve on your own without that opportunities. And again, add innovative solutions. We all in Web 3.0. So obviously, I think there is a big movement right now, which you definitely should join, when Web 2.0, classical and industrial, or like big fashion brands or whatever, engaging with the Web 3.0 solutions, infrastructure, just to create something completely new way of doing business, disrupting the whole thing. And it's amazing opportunities within that B2B2C frame. So I believe business to business, B2B2C in partnerships is literally by partnering with another business. Literally, you open with one door, you open 1,000 doors for yourself, because every single one of us as a business have, our own network, our own partners, our own clients. And by literally bringing everything on table on that partnership, you have access to that multiple doors in front of you. So I'm gonna give you some framework because everybody requested that. How can I move myself? Let me do it. 1 second. So we have 4 different options. One is you can partnering even with your competitors. Everybody think like it's not possible, but it is actually possible. And big companies like Samsung and Apple, I'll give you like some classical businesses examples. So then you might also adjust it into your Web 3.0. Next slide, I will give you examples in the Web 3.0 market. So Apple and Samsung, one of the biggest competitors, they literally come together and literally, I was so surprised. They partnering in so many ways, one of which is even technology. So Samsung providing supplies this OLED displays panels for the Apple iPhones, which literally, they selling their parts to their competitor. So Apple can obviously, have this advanced displays technology for their own product. But Samsung, having that technology that Apple doesn't need to spend years, to develop, to spend cost, they're just partnering with them and they benefit. Samsung get more sales, Apple get the best display in the world without any efforts, right? So then you have a second option is when you have different customers, but the same value proposition. For example, Nestle and Starbucks, they both have coffees, but Netflix is a multinational food and beverage company, right? Who have all the different stores, e-commerce across the globe. And Starbucks, we all know, but Starbucks can sell their product, which is packaged specifically through the Nestle, which means, they kind of, even though they have same products at the same time, but they have very different model structure. They can benefit by collaborating with each other, while every single person who loves Starbucks going to Nestle shop can buy it there, which is fantastic. Uber and Spotify, again, very fantastic example where everybody use Uber, everybody use Spotify. But then two companies which are completely different, they have different customers, different value proposition, but they come together and collaborate on B2B2C level, where Uber application, give a chance to have a Spotify in it. So everybody who use Uber can, enjoy the Spotify while driving. And again, everybody who use Spotify gonna use Uber. So again, they're exchanging their clients. It's adding value to both businesses to make more sales of their products. Fantastic opportunity. Great example of Nestle and Alibaba. For example, Nestle, as we mentioned, is like a beverage company who wants to gain access to the customers in China. Alibaba, one of the largest, Chinese commerce conglomerate. So by partnering with Alibaba, literally you have access to all that audience that Alibaba hold, to sell your product and services, which is again, different customers, different value propositions, but still you benefit from that partnerships because it adds value for both. For Alibaba, they have a new product. For Nestle, they have access on a new market with a reputable, well-known partner in China. So if you have any questions, please send it in the comments. I'm sure Nick can tell me if there is any comments gonna be. So basically B2B2C in partnerships is all about collaboration, compatibility, complementary each other, and co-creation of a new product and solutions on the market. So here is a few samples on Web 3.0, where Consensus, for example, everybody knows a blockchain software company, and JP Morgan is like one of the largest global financial institution. They created partnerships focusing on enterprise-focused blockchain platform. So JP Morgan come with all their network, in financial industry, and Consensus bring together their expertise in blockchain, and they linked it together and created completely new solution where, everybody who trusts JP Morgan will be open to try that product. And because Consensus is also quite large in blockchain space, but still the credibility that JP Morgan brings together to Consensus opens door for all those financial network try the Consensus blockchain, right? So the same is, for example, Ethereum and UNICEF. I didn't even know that when I prepared this presentation. I was quite surprised at this amazing example when Ethereum blockchain, everybody knows it, right? Partnering with UNICEF, which is United Nations Children Fund, and they launched UNICEF Crypto Fund. So everything which donated to UNICEF Crypto Fund is actually, hold, distribute this all cryptocurrency donations, and it's very transparent and based on an Ethereum blockchain, which is amazing new solutions that are creating like as we speak. There's quite a few others, but you get the point, let's go to how actually do the strategic partnerships. My own way, I strongly believe that you can make sales more efficient through strategic partnerships rather than sales itself. Why? Because strategic partnerships is all about, as I said, adding value to your partner. You don't need to sell. You don't need to prove that, buy from me, I am the best, all this marketing, which I don't really believe. It's very straightforward. You have to understand your goals. Like, for example, if you think about, I need a strategic partner because, as I said, with all the benefits that we discussed before, you can reach new markets very confidently. You can, increase your sales, you can grow fast, all other things that we discussed before, add innovative solutions, like we just discussed about the Samsung and Apple. You don't need to create everything on your own. You can partnering with somebody who's already have all what you need. So you have to start thinking, what are your goals? I mean, how strategic partnerships can actually help you? What is your agenda for the next, 6 months, 1 year? And then you say, okay, we want to enter new markets. We want to increase our market share. Or usually we all as businesses want to increase sales. We want to increase revenues, and strategic partnerships is a fantastic solution for that. We want to improve efficiency or reduce cost, or we want to gain credibility. So, big brands and big institutional investors, can come in and on board. How we can get that? We can partnering with somebody who they trust, so they can trust us as well, right? So gain innovative tech. All of that is goals that businesses should have before they decided they need a strategic partner. So step number one, you should definitely define your goals. Step number two, you have to create an avatar of your strategic partner. You need to understand why do you need them? What do they actually need to have to add value to your business? And at the same time, you need to understand what value you can bring to them. So that's all about logical thinking of compatibility, how to create this win-win models. It's not about sales, it's about adding value. It's about working together to add something to another so you can win and they can win. Otherwise, strategic partnerships doesn't work. So you define your strategic partner. They will help you to enter a new market or a new industry, or you need a new customer segment, or you need a brand recognition. Why so many businesses partnering with QOLs? Why do they bring all these, amazing advisors on board? Because they need reputation, they need the credibility, they need to have trust that comes from that partnership, right? From the board of directors that you have, from the advisor that you have, for all the big brands that you are partnering with, who you're working with. So, for example, all Web 2.0 market, all the classical businesses that we all know, they all want to go to Web 3.0, but they are really, really struggling to understand how to get there. So for Web 3.0 right now is an amazing opportunity to build that bridges, to come up with an ideas. How can you bring that innovative technology, disruptive, transparent solutions to their existing businesses? So then you can, as I said, collaborate and co-create something amazingly beautiful for both parties. So when you define your strategic partners, just think through why do you need them and why do they need you? This is very, very important. This is step number two. Step number three is where to find your ideal partners. Everybody's like, going to these conferences and events, and Alex was pretty much straightforward how to make sure that, you've been seen and you make an first impression. I would also confirm completely that never sell on the first meeting. Strategic partnerships is nothing about to sell. Try to understand what are the core interests of your strategic partner. What are they looking for? What is important for them? And, at the same time, try to understand how you can, complement each other, how you can, add value to their business. This is about, love, I would say, to your business partners, to your future clients. It's not about just, okay, give me your money and I forget about you next day. So find your ideal partners through conferences. Obviously, you can choose industrial event, like your industry. Some guys are in fintech, some guys in GameFi, some guys are, in property tech, medtech, AI, VR. There are so many different events. Choose which you want. I definitely highly recommend to go on like top level events, like, Consensus and Token 2049, everybody there, all the leaders of the market there. So you basically, if you want to meet the top guys and you want to, literally connect with the best, I would highly recommend to go to the top events for sure. It's definitely worth it. Online business directories or social media. Again, every single brand, if they are, we all digitalize right now. So go and find the decision makers, connect with LinkedIn, Twitter, there's Open Bazaar, there's so many other, I'm sure, like, in OpenSea, whatever, it depends which industry are you in, you can connect to your strategic partners, find them, read about them. Professional associations, again, like Web 3.0 foundations or enterprise Ethereum alliances, blockchain for social impact. There's so many different associations in Web 3.0 where like-minded people come together to support each other, discuss those potential collaborations, discuss how they can add value towards each other. And this is super important to, include into your, event list. And I think this is super important, especially if you want to be a leader in your industry. It's better to know all the players, know what they're all doing, what are they, planning to do. I definitely highly recommend to add that to your list. Business incubators and accelerators. That is another, fantastic place to meet your strategic partners, especially if you're a startup, especially like you're in the pre-seed seed round and you are just, growing. You can have definitely access to investors, and other like-minded entrepreneurs together. So especially when you are growing together, you can support each other to grow. In Dubai, we have, for example, Hub 71, like one of the most famous one, or 2454 specifically for gamers, famous place to accelerator and incubator. We have Techstars, in San Francisco and in London. So do your online research, find your ideal partners. Who are they? Read about them. So when you find your list of companies who you want to partnering with, who are your strategic partners and why do you need them and why do you believe it's going to be great to connect and collaborate with them? Find the decision makers, because the best way to sell or even make deals in the future is to establish the relationship with the decision makers. That's without saying. So you find those in social media, find them in Twitter, find them in LinkedIn. Most of the time, if you are plan to work with the largest corporations, they're all present in LinkedIn. It's super convenient to find all of them there. Twitter for Web3, like all the leaders of the Web 3.0 market is all there. So please just don't be lazy. Connect, follow, read what they are talking about, read what their interests are, read what solution they are looking for. And if you might have that solution, hear out. This is the opportunity for you to create the strategic partnerships with them. Next, when you connect, learn. That's another which I just already said. Learn everything you can about your strategic partners. Why? Because I don't believe that you should start any conversation by talking about yourself. When you've done your homework, when you know who you're talking to, everybody wants to talk to somebody who already knows what you're all about. You have something in common. Like Alex suggests to dress up with something like a rock star that kind of give a person something related to you. I prefer to do my homework. I'm a girl. I'm not going to any of the side events. I'm not drinking alcohol. So I do my homework. I read everything about my strategic partners. I'm reading about all the companies I'm approaching. I do read about their website. I read all their blogs. What are they thinking? What their plans? What are their goals for this year? What are they discussing? What they struggle? Everything. So when I start talking to the decision maker, I can literally start the conversation by using their own data. There is so much content created right now by every single company. Everybody shares what they are doing. So eventually, by doing your homework, reading their blogs, watching their YouTube Q&A sessions, you learn so much about the strategic partners that you understand what they are, what their values, are they actually fit you in or not, what type of conversation you want to build in the future. So you kind of prepared that it doesn't take you by the blue, just meeting randomly. You already know what value you can add to them. And that's going to be an amazing conversation to start with, because everybody wants to sell something that they have. There is so many few people who actually come and say, look, I know you're searching for this, this, and this. I have that solution. Let's have this conversation. And that's going to be a very different discussion. I'm sure about that. So create an offer with a value proposition. So as I just mentioned, when you learn everything you could about your potential strategic partners, that's actually a data, your analysis that you need to create that value proposition, something that they definitely will be willing to discuss with you. And it comes from your homework. So when you know what value you can add to the business, knowing that what you have and what they need are matched together, or maybe you can literally come up with an idea that if you come together, you can co-create something better for both of you. This is another beautiful conversation to have. Match their interests, as I said. Create this compatibility that add value to both businesses. I love win-win models. I love to bring them on board. So help each other to fix issues. It's another beautiful offer. Create opportunities for each other, support each other, work together, and definitely make sure that it works. I know I have to hurry up. So build the relationship, close deals, and enjoy the benefits out of strategic partnerships. So I give you a few examples, and I'm gonna speed up 5 more minutes and I finish. So for example, my clients, STEMI, they are an amazing guys. They are startups from Silicon Valley. They have this gamification plugin marketing solution, which is fantastic for Web 2.0, Web 3.0. I'm partnering them, for example, with Swissborg. Swissborg is like one of the leader on European decentralized wealth management platform. So they have this avatar, you know, talking to potential clients of the Swissborg, creating that, you know, momentum of converting, updating, onboarding clients of Swissborg, and onboarding and converting the clients of Swissborg to increase sales, which add value to the Swissborg, right? So the solution that STEMI created is actually adding value and increase conversion rates for Swissborg, and Swissborg, you know, benefit from that service. Amazing. They link together and, you know, enjoy the partnerships. Again, Haken is #1 in cybersecurity. They have amazing list of services, like, you know, they do audits for smart contracts, tokenization, tokenomics, you know, blockchain protocols, and they linked with KuCoin, one of the largest exchanges. So everybody who goes to KuCoin, by doing audit with Haken, they, you know, reduce the risks to lose their assets. Everybody benefit, you know, KuCoin makes sure that, you know, all their clients are safe, and Haken through KuCoin have access to their client base, right? So again, fantastic collaboration that add value to from both sides. I would also mention that, I don't know if you follow or not, but in the last couple of years, we saw so many amazing collaborations of fashion brands, you know, with GameFi, Metaverse, you know, like literally creating that, sharing that client base from big fashion brands and, you know, games, creating that, you know, for example, Ralph Lauren and Fortnite creating that fashion collection, you know, that gamers access through the virtual game. Gucci created that Gucci Town, where they sell the digital goods, another way of bringing amazing large network of the fashion fans to games. And again, gamers have access to the fashion world, which is completely crazy, but it's beautiful. Bulgari literally have this case is super important because the Bulgari, when they partnering with Zepeto, they have more than, I think, like 150 million users literally within a day, which is amazing how two brands just collaborated in a game metaverse, and, you know, you reach 150 million in literally one day, which is unbelievable. We know about Coca-Cola launching their NFT collection on open space. You know, there's so many others. So to summarize, I believe the future trends of strategic partnerships using the business to consumer methods will definitely have so many variety options to grow. So for example, tokenization of assets in property, commodities, and energies, you know, this is the new wave when traditional assets, traditional companies going to Web 3.0 through tokenization of assets. We're literally creating a new financial market for trading traditional commodities in the digital world. Then we have, for example, medtech linking with AI. So many solutions created already. QILs, as I mentioned, collaborating with Web 2.0, Web 3.0, for example. In 2020-21, I was working with Binance when they just launched the FAN token. So all that football fans were entering Binance just to buy that FAN token. It's an, again, amazing $100 million users join Binance because of that collaboration. Blockchain as a service right now, like infrastructure, introduced to so many classical businesses and carry on the discussion taking place. Metaverse, VR, IR, in education, in e-commerce, again, carry on happening. So to make a long story short, I believe B2B2C brings endless opportunities for all the strategic partnerships. So I strongly believe that you should try it. there is time now to add value to Web 2.0 market with all the Web 3.0 solutions, and you need to be brave enough to knock the doors and open the door for 1 million doors and have those opportunities for yourself and open opportunities for your strategic partners in the Web 3.0 world, where we're disrupting and like having that totally new way of living, doing things, introducing them to that beautiful economy that we're all creating in Web 3.0. I guess that's my speech. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to find me, please reach me on my LinkedIn. Nick, please tell me if you have any questions to me. I'm happy to answer. If I'm run out of time, I'm happy to finish.
Thank you, Valeriya, for your comprehensive insights on strategic partnerships and the B2B2C model. It's clear that these strategies play a significant role in shaping successful businesses in the Web3 space. Some business executives could definitely undervalue the opportunities of such partnerships, and now you focus them to think out of the box today. We have one question from one of our attendees. Max is asking your opinion on how to create the best impression on the first meeting. Please, super short answer.
Absolutely. As I mentioned, you need to learn, do your homework. I prepare myself when I go to the first meetings. You need to make sure, like, you read the website, you read the blog, you watch the YouTube if there is any YouTube channel for that business or for that leader. Try to understand what their interests are, what they are living, what they are breathing, what they are looking for, who they're partnering with, blah, blah, blah. So when you first meet the person, you already have something to ask because you have the information what their life is all about. So you don't need to say, or this, that. You can ask, oh, by the way, I heard about this partnership that you made, or I heard that you launched that product. It was amazing. Thank you so much for, and that's kind of like, wow, you know about this. Let's talk. Who are you? So they will be more interested to ask who you are. Definitely be very professional. I would not gonna wear something funny to make a first impression memorable. I definitely do the homework to have a valuable conversation and be able to add value to the business. Try to be very clear what are your strengths, what you can bring on table. So with whoever you talk, they know what are you all about. For example, I'm a global biz dev. I have my agency. I have 100 service providers in 5 different continents, and I have 250 VCs in 5 continents. And I building the platform, now it's agency, where I link businesses with service providers. I build them very fast, very efficient. And I do business to, and introduce businesses with VCs. So we do fundraising so they can, grow and expand globally. So that's it. And this is something that associated with me, and I can sell it to anybody in a very, like, put it the elevator pitch way. So